Okay, good evening. So today is one of the very interesting topic. So we will be using three APIs like Stock API and then News API and the Twilio API. So before we have seen Twilio API, right? So this is my mobile screen. Uh, just- okay, it got disconnected. So generally what we have sent from Twilio our trial account, we will be getting like this. So it's like the weather report what we send, we got this one. The same thing like today whatever we will be doing, so we will be getting uh, something like this, like a news. For example, we will take Tesla today. Uh, so Tesla stock, like US, we will be focusing on US stock market for now. It's like so we will be taking Tesla and then we will be checking what is the yesterday's and the day before yesterday's price and then compare, and then we will be sending uh, if there is any news related to Tesla using News API, and then we will be sending that uh, to the this thing, like to our message or whatever number we will be giving. So before that, yesterday we have faced some hiccups, right? So that hiccups are due to mainly we haven't set it the API key correctly, because we have set it using some space. So it has when we are setting using command prompt, what it did, it is actually setting the API key, but it is actually setting equal to none, none, whatever the space we have given. So it is taking that. So when we are setting an API key, we should not our environment variable using command prompt. We should not be giving space before and after, mainly after equal to. Otherwise, it will take the first character and it will actually eliminate the remaining. So that's the main issue what we have faced yesterday. So and then when we are setting environment variable, try to set it using as admin. If we are setting it in our uh, I meant to say in our own laptop, we need to go to open command prompt of administrator instead of opening directly. Otherwise, it will actually set we should run as administrator, then only it will open. Uh, Set it in the system variables, not in the user local variables. Or we can set it. So if I go to properties. So there, if you see environment, you have to, there are two things. So when we open a normal command prompt, it will set us environment variables for only user level. But whenever we close that command prompt and again we open the command prompt, that environment variables won't be visible, like won't be available anymore. So that's why we need to set system environment variables. Yeah. So this is for a user like Lenovo. So instead of that, you need to go to system variables and then edit. So if you want to, or if you want to create new, we can give the what is the variable name and what is the variable and click OK. Uh, like this we can set, or we can set using command prompt. For example, we already set using set method. So this is one of the important things. So yesterday when we are trying to get it, it is returning null because there is a space when we are setting the API key. Now we have set it correctly. So now the main thing, let's go to our stock trading news alert steps. So there is mainly it is divided into mainly three steps. One is like to get stock price, whether between yesterday and before yesterday, whether it increased or decreased, and then if it is greater than 5% increase or decrease, we need to get news related to that stock using this news api.org API. So depending on the first company name, and then the third we need to format it, and then we need to send a message using the I meant to say like Twilio API. So here mainly will be using Alpha Vantage and then News API and then Twilio. Now, why we will be first we will be searching Tesla from the trading view. So this is one of the very important website if you want to do trading. There will be multiple markets. So as of now, US market is up, so it is trading. So it's nearly live. You can see the live stock price. It will be like it will be changing for every 1 second. Can change for every microsecond also. So trading view will give us the chart, for example. So as of now, we have taken US stocks. If you want. Okay, so today, we will be seeing Tesla stock price. So this is TradingView is one of the very important website again to check what are the trading. So for example, as of now we have taken uh, US stock market. What if we take India also? So here we'll be having all the major 50 Nifty 50 companies. So how it performed today. Uh, or we can check. I meant to say, for example, Adani. So today there is a public holiday. So if you see, it is closed at 4 p.m. yesterday, Jan 25. So yesterday closing price is 1146. So it got increased to 24%. So similar kind of stuff we can do, but as of now we have taken Tesla US stock market price, and we will be using the Alpha Vantage API. So before that, we need to the three things we need to create our own APIs keys. So I meant to say own API key. So for to get the news article about the Tesla, we will be giving the company name, and it will return something like this, like Yahoo. For example, we will be giving Tesla Corporation, and then we will be returning something like this, and we will taking only the top three results. So it's like again, if you want to get API key, we need to just click on get API key, and we have to like fill all the account details, and then it will be generated a API. This is my API key. So and similarly, Alpha Vantage again yesterday what we have seen. Twilio also we have already seen. So Okay. Anyways, I need to get the code. Okay, anyways, I want to see what is the remaining balance. So, and again, there is stock market like Alpha Vantage API. So here we will go to the documentation and we will be using daily to get the stock price. So again, just what are the steps we will be doing? So the first step is like when stock, we will get the stock price yesterday, Sunday before yesterday, and then we do the calculation whether it went by increased or decreased, and then depending on if it increased or decreased by 5%, then we will hit the news API regarding that. Uh, I meant to say regarding that company, whether there is any news, because the stock market depending on the all the conditions like if there is any, for example, they have released their quarterly results or they have released their yearly results, mm, it will impact their stock price. So, so this is one of the factor, and it again depends on different factors, so whether how the stock price goes up or down. But as of now, just it's like whether there is any news regarding that company, then we will getting that three pieces, and then we will be sending the message, the first three news, and we will be sending all the three. Okay, now going back, so this is as of now, just I will explain. So before we know already, we need to have a verified number and we need to have Twilio number. Uh, so these are actually we are defining the constants, all the constants. So defining constants. So Twilio number, my Twilio number is this, and my verified number is this using Twilio account. So the same thing what we did like from and and then we are actually as of now we are stock name. So the stock name will be 4 digit or 3 digit characters. So it's like so this is the TSL is the Tesla stock, and the company name is Tesla Inc. Tesla. So now this is the stock endpoint. Yesterday we have already seen the same thing, the stock endpoint, and we are defining the news endpoint also today. Like so, news API dot everything is the news endpoint. So it's like everything, the endpoints like top headlines. So we are actually returning everything instead of headlines. So the same thing we will be using version to everything. Okay, let me just I have given just for our information purpose like this alpha API key. Alpha API key is like stock endpoint API key alpha vantage, and then news API key whatever I registered today, and then Twilio account SID and the Twilio everything I have set today in the environment variables. So for example, just I want, comment. Now let's see. So just I want to check whether I set all the environment variables or not whenever I do the set. So it's like alpha API key. Yeah, alpha API key is there. And the Twilio account ID, Twilio token, and another is like news, right? News API key. Yeah, news API key is set. So just I'm printing whether we are getting the correct results or not. So yesterday it didn't return us the correct results. Now we are actually checking whether we are getting the same thing or not. So we are just returning all the keys when we are getting from the environment variables. So we are getting from the OS environment and we are using get method to get the keys we defined as a environment variables. So it's like I am using app string, so just using spaces, so I'm getting the values. Uh, now we will be going the first step. So just we have already kept how exactly we have did. So now we need to get the data of the stock we will be using. So I'm just commenting this block. So now what we are doing, we are getting the yesterday's stock price, the closing stock price. So we are not using intraday because as of now US market is open and it actually doing trading. But we are not concerned about intraday what happening now. We are concerned about what exactly happened last day. So that's why we will be using daily time series daily. The function what we will be using is like time series daily, and the symbol is the stock name. The stock name is Tesla, and the API key is the API key what we are getting. So it's like the same thing. Time series symbol is API key and the demo daily. So now this JSON will return multiple things, but we want only yesterday's price. So we will be using list comprehensions like from the data list. What is that? So just I want to print the data also here. So here we are giving the key because we need only data. If we remove this, it will give the total. Okay, let's do that also. Okay. What exactly it will be doing? See, see. So it has given me some data. I want just I'm going to JSON viewer and then format and then viewer. So here in the JSON we are having metadata and time series data. So two dictionaries you can say, but we are not concerned about metadata like what is the open high and volume symbol or last refreshed output time zone, but we are concerned about the time series daily data, and we are concerned about yesterday and day before yesterday. So yesterday is like what is the closing value we will be getting, and the day before yesterday's. So how we will be getting, so once so because we are not concerned about the metadata, we are already saying we need only this data. So now if I rerun it again, we won't be getting metadata. Yeah, so it's directly starting from the time series data only. Like now, just clear and again paste, format, and then viewer. Now we will see how we will be getting the closing day. Now here the data list. So we are actually whatever the data we are returning. So it's like all the set of dictionaries, right? So like where it is. So it's like in the JSON whatever it written, it is actually a set of dictionaries, and inside a set of dictionaries we are all having open, high, what is the high it went, what is the low price it went, and what is the at closing time, what is the position. We are actually mainly concerned on this closing price. So what we are doing, we are actually getting the value for all the key values in that dictionaries, and we are actually keeping it in a list. So it's like all the values what it's like data dot items is like key value pairs. So it's like we are iterating over the dictionaries, and then we are actually storing all the values inside the list, and then we are actually accessing the first list. So the first because list indices start from 0, list is nothing but an array, so we are accessing the 0. So 0 is nothing but the yesterday date, and then yesterday date in the list we have again key value pairs. So this is the key, 4 dot close is the key. So yesterday closing price, we are actually getting the yesterday closing price. So as of now, I want printing this data. Now we should get what we should get. We should get 182.6300. So we are actually getting whatever the data we are expecting. Not the same thing, like because we need, and if you want the day before yesterday, we should go again one step back, right? So it's like yesterday and then day before yesterday and then day before yesterday. It's like it's like so this is index 1, index 0, index 1, index 2. So similar kind of stuff we will be doing for the yesterday's price also, like day before yesterday's price, I meant to say. So the same thing we are getting day before yesterday's price data, closing price using 4 dot close, and now this is we will be using when we are sending a message. What so the third point is like, so we need to find out the difference. So it's like we need to get the positive difference. Even if we get the yesterday minus day before yesterday, for example, it is like minus 20, but we should get a 20 as the difference. So how we can do is like this is already they have given a hint, so we need to use absolute. So whenever we try with this absolute method, it's like it will return minus 7.5 to its 7.25 only. So if you see here, 7.25. So now going back. So the same thing, but as of now we are not using, but we as of now here we need whether it greater than or negative. So that's why it's like we are converting it to float because whatever it is we are getting it will be a string data type because it's key value pairs and we are getting it from other APIs. So generally API will be returning strings only. So that's why we are converting it in float because it's point in point. So we are converting both into point and we are just yesterday's price and day before yesterday's closing price. As of now we did up and down is equal to none, and these are the symbols like if it is increased, if closing price is greater than the day before yesterday, then it is increased, or it is decreased if it is not greater than 0. So this is direct just a subtraction operation. Now now we will be working with percentage. So what we are doing, we are actually round get calculating a percentage like difference divided by yesterday closing price into 100. Like it's like for example this float this closing yesterday closing price minus this one is difference we already stored in difference variable, and then we are actually storing it, and the round function will round to nearest integer. So now if I just run it again, so it's like minus 14. So it minus 14 is the actually it decreased. So the thing where we will be using absolute is here. So now we will be going to the first step is almost done. So we have got all the data and we have did what are the calculations, and we are actually storing whether it is in positive direction or negative direction. Now we will be going to the third, second step and third step. So here because we need to check whether the percentage is greater than or not. I mean to say not in terms of minus or plus. That's why we are using absolute here. So as of now, because it might not be greater than, even if we give 5 also it will work for so because 14 is anytime greater than 5 only. So now we are actually defining again the API call. So the parameters is like a simple like news API and then company name. So company name is already we defined this one as impression. Now we are hitting the API. So news endpoint is the endpoint where we already define it as constant, and then we are passing the parameters with using the API key. API key again we have defined, and then again it the same thing. We want only articles regarding that. It will return everything, and then we want only the top three articles, so it's like slicing. If you want to get the top three articles, we can use this kind of slicing. So you can just check this if you are getting any confusion, you can check. So it's like items from the beginning to stop. So the first three from the beginning to stop minus one. So it's like 0, 1, 2 because the indices start from 0. It's like yeah, start stop like from where to where. You can just try to. So just we want only three articles. Let me try to run it and how what exactly we will be getting. We'll be seeing. So yeah, they have given different from Yahoo Entertainment. They have got something source ID. Okay, let's try to. I think this is not sure. News. I think I have to remove this because this is kept in a list. Okay, let's see. But we can see right source is from Yahoo Entertainment or what is the other title Tesla Q4 earnings. So similarly from Yahoo Entertainment we have another article of about 2030 from ETF Daily News. Tesla position boosted by something like that. So so now we are actually getting the total uh, news related to that company. So the same thing you can use for any other company also. It's like it's a free company. So not only regarding this project, we can use the news API for any other projects also. Now we will be going to the step 3. So because once we have a greater than 5% difference, we need to hit the API and then we need to send. So now just because we can't send everything, I meant to say we can't send everything the total message whatever in the news, so we are just sending a few things. So it's like the stock name up and down, so this one up and down whether it is greater than going up or going down. Not the different percent what we calculate the different percent, this one. So now the headline from the article we are getting the title. So the title is the headline and the description from the what is the description like. So but we have three articles, right? So it's like we are storing the three articles in a list. So we we are formatting all the three articles in the similar fashion, and we are storing it in formatted articles list. So again, just commenting on block comment before sending a message. So, this is the one thing on the up down minus 14 percentage, and slash n, when we send the slash n is like the new line, it will go to the new line, and Tesla, and then brief is like this one, and then this is the first time into say the first element in the list, second element in the list. Here brief is, there is nothing briefing, third in the list. So we got all the three formatted articles depending on our thing. Now just I want to go back now. This is now it is very straightforward as of now. So for the article and formatted articles, so like we are creating a client. So this is the Twilio.rest from Twilio module. We are importing the client class, and then we are creating a client object using the both like what are the SID and authentication token. And now we are actually looping over all this for articles. So we need to send three messages, but I'm not sure whether we can get, but at least one message I got. So now body is the article. So the as I said, article means this total message I should be getting. So now let's again. So before okay, this is from my, yeah, whatever we did. So it's sent from our to a Twilio trial account. QE4 transcript. What is the brief? Uh, I got. So it's at 9:36 p.m. So let me try to send it now again. So now it got sent like, yeah, I got all the three now. Before I got only one, but so for all the three. So if you see, sent from a Twilio trial account, and then Tesla. So all the three, whatever we have defined here. So the shares of T Tesla. Because we have used for loop to sending all the three articles in the formatted articles, it had sent by creating three objects, and we got all the three messages. So as I said, these will be used by our I meant to say that Twilio thing. It will used by multiple I meant to say multiple corporates also, because our I meant to say this one what are we are using. So they used to send the alerts from the Twilio API only, as far as I know, because I am getting the same Twilio verification code using the same. Yeah, I think this is one of the very interesting project. You can try it on your own. You can try it for other markets also, like Indian market also, by taking any one example like Adani or any Reliance or any other thing. And, but we need to check whether Alpha Vantage having that I meant to say India Stock Exchange also or not, because I see only Bombay Stock Exchange is listed, not NSE. That we need to check. I think yeah, that's it for today.